I'll start it off by saying, "Oh, Danny boy." You are Irish. I'm Irish.
Right.
So this should be a hell of a time.
And that's a badass song if you ever listen to the whole damn thing.
I like that song. I am Carl. They go by Criptoknight. We know that. Please tell the beautiful people who you are.
I am Danny Bazongas.
And I haven't interviewed Donnie. Donnie brought it up to me, Danny boy. Danny, you've helped host many of shows with us.
Yes.
And you've performed a lot with us. So why don't you tell the beautiful people how you got into comedy?
Oh, well, I kind of started with, I was the guy that had the van that brought everybody's band equipment to the show.
Okay.
And always on the drive, I'm cracking jokes to the band members, and they're like, dude, would you just tell some jokes while we're setting up the equipment?
Okay. Will you be performing at the next comedy competition?
I will be hosting the next comedy
competition. Like I said, you do many of hosting for us, and we're grateful for that.
Yeah.
You help us make the show flow a little bit better. Who are some of your comedy idols?
Well, it's fun. It's kind of funny because growing up, my brothers had the George Carlin records and the Richard Pryor records, but I was so young that my mother didn't think that material was appropriate for me.
Okay.
But it was okay to listen to Bill Cosby.
Lloyd just brought up Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
You know, I like to take away, if we're talking about the art, I like to take away all the other stuff.
Right.
And the man is brilliant.
Because I can recite every one of his bits, but they're not cool to do anymore. So it's like,
yeah. I mean, like Michael Jackson, guys like that.
Right.
You can't deny their talent.
No, you can't.
Maybe you can answer this question. I ask comics this a lot, and no one can seem to answer this. What happened to the comic album, like you said? Like the Adam Sandler album. I used to love that with the goat and all that.
Yeah.
Dude, no one's doing albums anymore.
Dude, with Toll Booth Willie, man, fucking cracks me up every time. I'm coming out of the booth!
We need to bring it back. The comic album.
Yeah. And the thing is, you have so much material and so many avenues. I mean, you could go to TikTok and YouTube,
I got you.
And there's just...
I got you. That's become the album.
Right. And everybody has one.
Okay.
Everybody has an album.
Yeah. What is your creative process when you're creating your jokes?
I kind of go into this weird trance, I don't know what else to call it, where I'm like, where I store all these things in my head and then I just come up with an idea or something somebody says during the day and I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me of that, and then run with it. Or I just pretty much just recite an event in my life, and that way it's easier to remember the words because I lived it.
A little side note, when I'm not doing this type of stuff, I actually have a heat press. I make my own shirts. I made this one today.
Right.
Where'd you get the shirt made up? That is
yeah,
nice.
I got this made up Fancy.
Okay.
I'm not promoting the plug for Fancy, but
well, I mean, just if you have your own gear.
If I am, give me a jersey, guys.
Yes. And you said, what was the Chili's company? Because I eat Tostitos.
Chi-Chi Salsa.
Chi-Chi Salsa. You don't think that they'd give us both maybe a little if we worked this really good, maybe?
Oh, Chi-Chi's, please.
Come on, Chi-Chi.
I will be your spokesperson.
Help us out, man. Your salsa is very... Okay, we'll stop.
I'll put your logo right over my Bazongas.
Now you're on to something. We can start selling logos on your shirt, bro.
Yes.
How long have you been doing comedy, like, seriously?
Well, this is kind of funny because I started in 1991.
Okay.
But I've been seriously doing comedy for about 7 months.
Okay.
So it's like I do it for a month, get frustrated, quit for 7 years, and then say, let me try it again.
And were you seriously a roadie at one point?
What?
Were you a roadie, like carrying the band's...
well, I had a van. I could carry stuff.
Okay.
So, it was my mom's van. I got pictures of it somewhere. But yeah, and so they befriended me. Hey, you got a van? Can you take us to our gigs? And they really didn't have me do much loading and unloading. They did all that. They just had the van.
Yep.
And once they started the mic, hey, tell me those jokes you were just doing.
Yeah.
And then I tried my first open mic. I have a flyer somewhere of my first open mic. It was 91, really? June 21st, 1991.
Okay.
It was a place called Mondo Video. It's no longer in existence. And
with a name like Video, I don't think a lot.
Mondo Video. It was very interesting. They had a lot of stuff. an amazing side note that one of the people that saw me perform was Grandpa Al Lewis.
No way.
Yeah, he actually lived in the San Pedro area.
Okay. So you're not from Connecticut?
No, I was born and raised in LA, actually Hawthorne, California.
Okay.
Hey!
How'd you make your way out to Connecticut? It was a long fan ride.
I got a divorce in 1999, and I wanted to get as far away from her as I possibly could. So Connecticut was about as far as I could get.
Yeah, bro, you can't go anymore. Well, I guess technically Rhode Island, but...
I mean, I can get up in Maine somewhere, but, you know, I love it here.
That's funny.
I've been here since 2006.
Okay.
And Connecticut's
we're going on almost
me
20 years.
Yeah, Connecticut's welcomed me as one of their own.
Yes. I can't tell you're a Californian, actually.
No.
That's cool. What are some of the difference doing comedy, would you say, from California to Connecticut?
Well, Los Angeles is just a massive sea of talent because it all migrates there.
Yes. So everybody goes there.
It's being a little fish in a medium pond versus the...
You could be the shark out here.
Versus being fish food. Yeah, they don't play.
Okay.
But I love, like, in New York, this New York scene, because it's always happening.
Yes.
Anywhere,
I know Boston has a pretty big scene, too, for the comedy.
Right.
If you could do a dream, since you host for us a lot, I'll throw this at you. Name 2 comics, maybe Bill Cosby's one, maybe he's not, to do a dream comedy thing where you're the host and maybe 2 performers perform.
I think, like, there's kind of a martyr of comedy that people overlook a lot. It's Lenny Bruce.
Lenny Bruce has been Boston again.
Yes, he said stuff I say just not verbatim. He went to jail for doing. It's like, this is how far we've come, and
yes,
guys like him made it happen.
Yes.
Of course, George Carlin, he got ahead now. So actually, my Rushmore would be Lenny Bruce, George Carlin, Richard Pryor.
Okay. Richard Pryor is funny as shit.
And Robin Williams.
Robin Williams is another good one.
That's my Rushmore of comedy.
Yeah, I think some of these people might think that some of them, like Robin Williams, is an actor or whatever. They forget that he actually did a lot of stand-up comedy. You know.
Well, that's how he got into the acting.
Yes.
Because most comedians are really good actors, and some comedians even play when he played the killer in Insomnia.
Yep.
He nailed that because of the timing. They played was it Billy Connolly from Scotland? He was a comedian for a long time, and now he plays killers, and he plays them so damn good.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Robin Williams being able to go from working Mindy all the ways to
he did that according to Garp movie.
Yeah, the one with the clown where he was like the clown for the children and all that. I mean,
that's 24-hour photo, 2-hour photo, 1 hour photo.
I forget the name of the movie, but it was a great damn movie.
Oh, Patch Adams. Yeah.
Patch friggin' Adams is it.
Patch Adams, yes, that was a great movie.
He can change, that's a very wide range of. So, have you had any aspirations of acting?
Yeah, I do. I do improv classes once in a while. I haven't done them in quite a while.
Okay.
But it kind of gave me a lot of structure. I'd love to do it. I mean.
Yep.
Someone's got to play, wants me to come be a thug. I can just stand there and be a thug. I hand a briefcase to a boss like nobody's business.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. See, maybe we'll have to work on a little Early Morning Mob movie.
Yes.
So tell everybody where to find you. This is your big plug. And spell it for him because spelling's big.
Okay, Facebook and I don't go on Twitter X anymore because
X.
I stopped going there when the Iron Sheik stopped telling me to go fuck myself.
Yeah.
That was the only reason I went on there. He was so great. But so D Bazongas, DBAZONGAS, like the shirt.
Yep.
It's my Facebook. I haven't used my TikTok in a while, so let's just do the Facebook right now.
But you do have it. That's important because people, take your name, bro, and then now you got to find Danny Bazongas number 99 and all that.
D Bazongas, same as the other one. DBAZONGAS.
So go check them out. And Dan, thank you always for helping us out when you host and when you perform as well.
Thank you.
D Bazongas, everybody. Woo! Just take a look at the damn jersey, y'all.
And the hat.
And the hat.